Hello, my name is Katie Sainors with Sainors Wealth Management, and in this video I would like to talk about Form W-2, how to understand it, how to read it. Let's get going. First of all, W-2 is issued by an employer to an employee if the employer during the year paid at least $600 or more in cash and cash equivalents to an employee. If any taxes are withheld, including those for Social Security and Medicare, then a Form W-2 must be issued regardless of how much was paid to an employee. Now let's get to the form and go item by item. Box A includes your Social Security number. You should always double check and make sure that this number over here is correct. It probably will be one of the most important items. Box B is your employer identification number. It's basically the equivalent of person's Social Security number. Box C is your current address. Box D right here is control number. Is actually internal number that's used by your employer. Sometimes it could be just blank, so you don't have to worry about that one. Box E is your first name, initial, and your last name. And the same is with your Social Security number. It's always a good idea to check if it's accurate or not. Also in the same box, or letter F, it's your address and zip code. Always check on this too. Now let's go to the right side of your screen. Box number 1, wages, tips, and other compensation. It shows your taxable wages, prices, and it could be any other fringe benefits. So say it's $50,000. Box number 2 shows you federal income tax withheld, and say it will be $6,800. Box number 3 shows you total wages subject to Social Security tax. It could be the same number is in box 1, could be different. Say in our case it will be different, $48,500. It doesn't have to be the same. Sometimes it could be less, sometimes more. Box number 4 shows your total Social Security taxes withheld for the year. Let's put it at $3,000. All numbers are approximate just to show you in general the amounts. Box number 5 indicates wages subject to Medicare taxes. So let's put it at the same amount as Social Security wages at $48,500. Could be different than the box 1 and 3. Box number 6 shows your amount of Medicare taxes withheld for the year. Like Social Security taxes, Medicare taxes are figures based on flat rates. Social Security tips for box number 7. If this box is blank, it means that you did not report any tips to your employer, but your unreported tips are still taxable. Let's say in our example, we have nothing. Allocated tips are those that your employer has attributed to you. We'll leave them blank in our example. Box number 9 confuses a lot of people, and at this point I've seen it's only blank, but it's relatively new item. It's possible that you could see 16-digit code in it. That code is part of the growing security measures to assist the IRS with verifying that the form is authentic. Let's get to box number 10. Dependent care benefits. Say in our example, it will be $5,000. Your employer will report the total benefits paid on your behalf under Dependent Care Assistance Program, including those greater than $5,000 exclusion. Amounts of which less of $5,000 and paid under the qualified plan consider are non-taxable benefits. If the amount on line number 10 exceeds the $5,000, then the amount over $5,000 will be included in the box number 1, box number 3, and box number 5. The important part that if it's over 5, it will be reflected in these 3. Box number 11, non-qualified plans. That will include amounts that distributed to you from your employer non-qualified plan. Box number 12 has actually a few items, A, B, C, and D. It will include all kinds of different codes that you probably will see, like codes D, double D, A, B. The most common ones are double D. It's actually costs of employer-sponsored health coverage. D is your elective deferrals to your 401k plan. Box number 3 is the box with series of 3 little boxes: statutory employee retirement plan and third-party sick pay. You will have one of the boxes be checked by your employer if it's applicable to you. Box number 14, that it says other, it's a catch-all box pretty much. Your employer will report anything that it doesn't fit anyplace else in this box. Box number 15, it's pretty much straightforward, will include abbreviation for your state. Say it will be Oregon or Washington. And will include employer state ID. If you have income state tax in your state, you will see the employer state ID number. If you're a resident of Washington, Alaska, the odds are you're going to have the state abbreviation, but the state ID number box will be blank. If you're subject to state taxes, on box 16, you'll have the amounts of taxable wages, tips, any other compensation. In box number 17, state income tax, you'll show the total amount of state income tax. Say we'll have state wages here will be the same as in box 1. And box number 18. If you're subject to local, city, and other state income taxes, those will be reported in this box 18. Local income tax reporting in line 9. Usually people that live in New York City, they'll have that box filled. The same with locality name like for NY. I put the link to the Form W-2 in the description. Thank you for watching. Hopefully it was a helpful video for you.